Hey guys, this is Professor Biggle playing a different game. I can't remember the name of this one actually. Let's see.
It may seem that the story of you is chaotic. However, in reality, it is not. The more stories you pass through, the more likely you will be to piece it into one whole picture. Use every possible opportunity. The truth is somewhere close.
What is this game called actually? The name is You.
I suppose I will start at the very beginning.
We gonna be a baby? Do I wanna be a baby?
Chapter 1.
I like how it reads it out so I don't have to read
Once
it.
upon a time, there lived you. Despite his unusual name, his life was hardly any different from others.
Yes, 'tis I, You. Ooh, piano.
It was an unusually usual day when he was getting ready to go to work.
You know, I've never actually had a job.
2 hours of sleep. What a formality, he said to himself, glancing at his watch.
I don't like this voice actor.
He was used to
Okay.
working at night, just as he was used to never having days off. That morning, the buttons on his shirt were fastened faster than usual.
He's got speedy hands.
This was not by chance. The tear-off calendar boldly declared Friday, April 3rd. It reminded him that there were only 3 work days before his holiday, and there was no room for mistakes.
That's relatable.
His room in a communal apartment was not very big, so it did not take him long to pack.
What's he packing for? Is he going on the road?
Having got dressed, he quietly walked past the neighbors' rooms into the hallway. Somebody was snoring loudly in the furthest room, which caused you to smile for some reason.
Yes, he sounds like a pig. Mwahaha. I found that funny.
He walked up to the front door and accidentally stepped on a pile of letters. Picking up the envelopes, he saw his name on one of them. You automatically put it in his pocket and walked out.
Turns out he's fired.
The thought that next Sunday, a huge stone would be removed from the entrance to the crypt of his existence by the power of labor legislation kept you going.
Ah, so you seem to be Jesus. Let's hurry to work. Must be punctual. Must be punctual.
The trip to work took him by several blocks. He considered early morning to be an extremely pleasant time of day. Universal euphoria. Although euphoria usually precedes inevitable death.
What?
As soon as he went into the park, he saw a kid in ragged clothes running away from a pack of stray dogs. His eyes caught a swiftly ticking clock hand.
No, we gotta get at work. I mean, let's help, sure.
Even though Yu had been scared of dogs since childhood, he was going to run to the kid's aid. But the latter stumbled and fell down on the pavement, and the dogs lost all interest in him.
Okay.
Yu had nothing to do with the outcome of events, but he was filled with pride for his desire to help the boy that he did not even know. It made him come up to the kid, who was sitting on the ground with a bloody knee and a toothless smile, not because of the fall, but due to his age.
That's a young kid.
Yu was about to give the kid a handkerchief with his initials on it when he noticed it had fresh traces of his own blood. So he just asked, "Can I do something for you?"
Thank you, sir. I am okay.
Aw.
They did not mean to hurt me.
Really? You sure about that?
At that moment, Yu saw his boss in the distance and hurried to work, shouting a quick, "Be careful," over his shoulder.
That's not a shout.
On the way to the office, the thought about how strange it felt to be addressed as Sir bounced around in his head. Although he had passed a 30-year-old milestone, he felt closer to the kid with a bloody knee than to sirs of any kind, even the least important of them. Yu went up 3 flights of stairs and found himself on the top floor. It was the office of the insurance company where he worked.
Like, it's interesting, because, like, it says it's called you, so you're supposed to have some sort of attachment to it, but it's all in third person. And I forgot to put my Discord on mute. Sorry, guys. Maybe if I do it on my Gizmo, it'll work. No time. And yeah, everything's in the third person, so there's some detachment from it. So that's really interesting.
The door was unlocked. Was he late?
Yes.
He tried to walk in, but was stopped by a stranger. "Wait! Where are you going?"
I'm going to work.
Before Yu could give a proper response to the cad, his boss came up the stairs, struggling to catch his breath, and did it himself.
Okay. Very unfit boss.
"Let him in." They both entered the office, and the boss walked Yu to his desk, where he explained the situation to him in private. "That is Frank, my distant relative. He needs to do an internship, so he is going to work here for a while." "As who?" "As a security guard."
Oh no.
To avoid any further questions, the boss turned around and went to his office.
Yeah, the casual turn the chair trick. Where you just read it, just like signify that.
An internship as a security guard in an insurance company, fitting in 2 rooms. Ridiculous. If I was blessed with a writing talent, I would definitely immortalize this, Yu thought.
Thought you.
Yu got down to some clerical work.
Ah, it's so boring.
Yu found a moment and took the morning letter out of his pocket. Glancing at the address line, a chill went through Yu's body for a split second. From Dorina. Yu was confused by the seal on the envelope, indicating the place of departure. No leaf grad. Is she really coming back to Kenot? He said out loud. Suddenly, there was a curious voice saying, "Who is coming?" Yu did not answer and continued reading. Dear Yu, my doctor's suspicions are confirmed. I have the same disease that struck you. I thought it over and decided that we need to break up. It may seem that something like this should bring people closer, but it would be unfair to myself. We can have our last date on the morning of April 3rd in the Seafront Cafe. and then I will leave Cannot and go abroad. He felt dizzy.
Oh, he gave her a nasty. He gave her a nasty. You know what? Screw her.
Another working day turned into night. The newly appointed watchman dozed off at his improvised post, an ordinary chair at the entrance to the office. Yu was sitting at his sturdy desk, imagining again and again how the shelves, stocked with books on jurisprudence, would break loose due to their own weight from friable concrete and break his head.
Okay.
Allowing himself a little break, Yu took his diary from his table drawer and made a note. I never took a plate of soup at school lunches, even when I really wanted to. I was afraid to spill it in front of everyone, but I could put it on the table, which seems to be my life's pattern.
That's a very complex metaphor. At least too complex for me.
Feeling some satisfaction from writing that, he resumed work. There was a rustle of the janitor's broom and the trill of birds outside the window. More accurate than the clock, you thought. Chapter 2. On the second day of work,
Well, we'll continue for another chapter.
every sip of coffee came out of his nose as blood.
What?
Covering his nose with his hand, Yu went to the restroom.
Stop drinking coffee then.
Excuse me. I wish I could narrate a little faster and keep you from getting bored. But it is difficult in my condition.
What is the narrator on about?
Let's continue.
That's not. Okay guys, this is all I'm going to do for now. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you liked the game. I'll have to see how the audio plays out. But yeah, hope you all have a good day. Adios.